Hello everyone, or as my son would say, hello. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about my favorite glow products. I'm kind of proud of myself. I feel like I finally mastered the art of the all over glow. Oh, it took me so long. I always felt like I could never find the right techniques, the right products to give me a nice all over fresh face glow. I know that sounds crazy, like, is it really that hard? For me, it just never fully came together. I much preferred the look, here we go, ready for it? Of a super matte, flat, powdery, full coverage base juxtaposed directly next to a metallic yellow chunky highlighter. I just loved like two completely opposite textures right next to each other on my face. And I'm a full believer that like you should really just ride out every season of your life. And that was my season at that time. And I'm glad to say I'm now in a new season and it's a much more balanced one. So why don't we go ahead and get started with the complexion products. The first thing I want to talk about is this Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer, the Protecting Broad Spectrum SPF 30 Sunscreen Primer. Now, I think they recently just got rid of their foundation primers, but I'm pretty sure they just swapped them out with these Pure Canvas primers, and from what I can tell, these two, the Protect and the Protecting Broad Spectrum, are the same exact thing. And this one feels just a little bit lighter on the skin, I'd say, but they look and feel very, very similar. And what I love about this primer is that the SPF in there gives you the most beautiful, fresh glow to your skin. And it's funny because they have another one that is advertised as like the illuminating primer, but I much prefer the SPF one. It's just a really nice fresh look it gives your skin. It's not the type of glow you would expect to get from a sunscreen, which would be more of like a shiny, greasy look. It really is just a beautiful, like soft focus, light, fresh look to your skin. And I love that it also has the SPF in there too, because usually spring and summer is when I want to start to get a little bit glowier with my face and my foundation. It's during those same months where you probably want a little bit of an extra boost in your SPF and more protection from the sun. So it's nice that this primer does both. And I just really do love the rebranding of these. Big fan of that. And then also this one here by Becca, the Skin Love Glow Elixir, the Glow Nectar Brightening Hydro Complex. I've talked about this a lot on my channel and I really, really love this so much. I don't hear about it a lot. Like, I don't hear a lot of other people really talk about this, but what I love this so much for is just layering underneath your foundation. I think that is where this really shines as a special complexion product as opposed to being an oil. It's more of a very, very lightweight gel with this beautiful pearly, like crushed pearly finish to it. And it just gives you that Instagram model, like glassy skin reflection. Not only is it gorgeous just on the high points, but those trace amounts that kind of get blended around your face makes your makeup overall look so gorgeous. It's a very luxurious, like high-end look it gives your skin. That is definitely a key glow product for me. Ooh, another one. I have been loving this, you guys, the Supergoop Glowscreen. This is SPF 40, and this is one that is a bit newer to my whole little collection of glowy products I've been trying out more recently. But this is so cool. It's a hard one to kind of describe. So it's a lightweight pearlescent formula that hydrates the skin while acting as a luminous makeup gripping primer. It's also a little bit of an all over glow that it gives you. You could probably layer it more on the high points if you wanted more of a highlighted look. So it's tinted like this, and as you blend it down, I don't want to say it has coverage because it doesn't have coverage really, but it doesn't not have coverage at the same time. It's sort of a very lightweight blurring effect that it gives the skin. I've been wearing it around the house a lot lately, and that way I just have my SPF on if I'm gonna take Wiley out for a walk or anything like that. And the texture of this is even so nice that I applied a powder blush on top of this the other day. And usually with a product like this, sort of a SPF type of product, that would get really patchy and like stick down and look really uneven. It went on flawlessly. I just looked so healthy without looking like I had a ton of makeup on. So I have really been loving this. I could see this being the perfect product to take to the shore in the summertime. Oh, and the other thing I like about it, after you apply it, you don't feel like you have like this metallic wash of highlight all over your hands. It kind of just, like, it's just such a nice light product. So the next product that sort of bridges the gap between a complexion product and a highlighter. I don't know why I just had like a brain fart there. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. I use the shade Light 2. It is tinted like a foundation or a concealer. So it just starts off looking very unassuming. And then as you blend it down, you see that it has this silvery, this shade anyways, has a very silvery kind of a gleaming, beaming look to it. It is my favorite tone of glow, just like a peach with a silvery reflect. So pretty, but it just always works with your foundation and your skin products and anything you layer on top. I think because it's adding just like a teensy little bit of lightweight coverage, so it reflects more. But this is a really cool product and one that's definitely really fun to play around with. The Marc Jacobs Coconut Gel Highlighter it's the Dewdrop, it has a long name. The Coconut Gel Highlighter Dewdrops in the shade Do You, and this is just a beautiful golden sunny liquid highlight. It really strikes that, oh, that's so pretty. It strikes that perfect balance between being metallic and also looking hydrating on the skin. Being that it is a gel formula, it just goes onto the skin so nice. I do find that this is a highlighter that you have to work quickly with. I feel like it sets and dries down. I don't want to say it dries down, that's a weird word to use with a highlighting product, but it does set very quickly. But it means that it doesn't slide around and slip around as much. So it's a good one to wear, I think, in a hot or humid climate, and it just gives you that, you know, sun goddess type of look. Next up is a stick highlighter. This is the Hourglass Vanish Champagne Flash. And it's kind of funny because for being a stick highlighter, it's really not all that creamy or melty. It's sort of a drier touch when you apply it. Sometimes in certain angles, it looks a bit sheer. Like it almost looks like really sheer, and then if the light hits it just right, it is super reflective and intense. So it's an interesting one. It's really pretty. I think because it has that quality, it always looks very natural. It's not quite as golden as the Dewdrops, but you still have that pretty champagne. It's like kind of like a beigey champagne color. Next up is one I'm a little scared for because I haven't seen this listed on Sephora and I don't know what's happening. I'm scared and I'm confused at the same time. But this is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Liquid in the shade Opal. That is just my go-to. I think it gives the prettiest like glassy, glossy look to the skin. This one is my most favorite, I'd say, because it has that tone that I love. It starts off as a pretty sort of peachy beige color, and as you blend it down, you get the silver reflect in there, and it's just so pretty. And also the formula of this one, oh, just look at that, so gorgeous. The formula of this one is nice too because again, it's more of a very cushiony gel formula, so it's nice to apply it to the skin. You don't feel like you're wiping away the foundation underneath if you apply it on top of your other face products. It works perfectly fine, and it just has a nice like bouncy hydrated look to the skin. I'm so glad that it comes with so much product because I feel like safe for a little while. Because again, I'm not seeing it on Sephora right now, and that's scaring me so much. But who knows in these times what's happening with anything. So that is again the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Liquid in Opal. So next up, this is like the ultimate beachy summertime dewy shimmering bronze goddessy product, and this is the iconic London Illuminator. Now this is in the original color. And let me tell you, this is really, really beautiful. It's kind of a hard tone to really describe because you look at it and it really just looks like liquid metal. But I like that you can blend it down and it really does sheer out quite nicely, almost to a bit of a rosy tone. And it has a really, I mean, that is intense. Okay, yes. But it has a nice blendability to it to where you can really sheer out to a place where it looks super hydrated and amazingly glowy, but it doesn't look like you were dipped in a vat of like molten metal. You know, you don't look like a tin man. It's a really beautiful product when used, I think, lightly, and it's great for the body too. If you mix it in with some lotion or just apply it to your collarbone or the tops of your shoulders. This next product is by Too Faced. This will always have a special place in my heart because I wore this highlighter on my wedding day, and it's kind of perfect for bridal makeup too because it's a diamond highlighter is the theme of it, and it comes in a little ring box. It's actually very adorable. It is the, I think it's called the Diamond Light Highlighter or something like that. I'll link it down below. It actually doesn't say the name of it on the box, but it is a beautiful opalescent highlighter. It's kind of a melange of colors running through it, if you will. It has green, blue, pink, and you look at this and think this is gonna be one of those like holographic looks. But when you apply it to your cheekbones and it really kind of gets meshed in with your foundation and everything, it just looks like the prettiest crystal tone. This just gives a beautiful, like, pure glow to your cheekbones that's really just absolutely gorgeous when it catches the light. And it's such a unique highlighter. This one really just has its own thing going on. So I just wanted to mention that one. But if you're wondering what I'm wearing on my cheeks today, I'm wearing a combination of the Becca Glow Elixir underneath my foundation, and then I just layered pretty much every single color in these two products combined. This first one is the Hourglass Ambient Metallic Strobe Lighting Palette. So this one was limited edition, but I saw that it recently just got re-promoted again. So it's on Sephora again in their new arrivals page. So I thought that was kind of nice. I'm much more into like cream and liquids these days, but these are just so finely milled and beautiful. They just look like expensive on the skin. You know what I mean? It just looks so luxurious on the skin. I mean, you can kind of see it's a nice, subtle, soft sheen that it gives, but it's definitely something. Like, it's definitely there. It's beautiful. It's kind of more of a refined highlight, I feel, versus like the ultra metallic, thicker type of highlights. And that's just kind of what I've been gravitating more towards lately. And what I love about this particular palette is that all of the shades in here have a level of translucency to them, so I can wear every single shade in here, and that rarely happens with me with a highlighting palette, you know? Usually you buy a highlighting palette and you're using like one shade out of 4, maybe 2, but you're really only using 1. You know what I mean? It's that one. And that's why you spend all the money on the palette, and it's like, oh, but you still do it because you love highlighters. And that's what I love about this one. They also work. I can use all of them, and I do use all of them, like today when I used all of them. So I really love this. Hourglass is just a nice experience altogether. It's beautiful to look at. It's a really nice, well-made palette. And then the Diorskin Nude Air Luminizer. This is in 001. So the Shimmering Sculpting Powder. I've had this forever. This is like one of those 1% chances where you hold on to something through a million different declutters, and then you rediscover it again and you fall in love with it. Truly fall in love with it. And this one I love for similar reasons to the Hourglass highlighters. It's just very finely milled, and it actually enhances your skin instead of just giving your skin a highlight or a reflection. It makes the quality of your skin look, you know, like you've been spending some money on skincare. You know what I mean? It's like a peachy golden tone, but something about it isn't just like your average peachy golden highlighter at the same time. It's just a really, really beautiful, beautiful color. And again, the way it sits on the skin, the smoothness of it is just really, really nice. And they're the kind of highlights too you can apply to your forehead without, because with me I have some lines and some texture on my forehead. I don't even hesitate with these though, giving myself a nice little forehead halo glow with these, because I know they're just gonna look nice and smooth on the skin at all times. Okay, so this one is the one that I use when I just want to take my highlight to the next level. It's one of my favorite inner corner highlights. I've had this in my everyday makeup bag for a couple years now. It hasn't left. I just keep it in there because I know I'm gonna need it at some point. It is the Makeup Forever Starlit Powder in Iridescent Pearl number 13, and it's just so intense. Nothing can replicate the way, like the intensity of a loose shimmer, you know, the way it just kind of melts right into the skin and gives you that really high impact shine and reflectiveness. It's just like an otherworldly level of reflection that it gives you. It's the prettiest thing ever, honestly. It's just one of those products that will probably always remain in my makeup bag as long as I have it, because it's just such a great little, it doesn't take up a lot of space, but it packs a huge punch on your face. So next up, I just really want to touch on face mists. They are great for when you've applied your makeup and it's feeling like just looking too makeup-y or a little too powdery or dry. MAC Fix Plus. I think this is actually the lavender one, and I gotta be honest, I'm not a fan of the lavender scent, but it does the exact same thing as any other Fix Plus, which really gives you this hydrated look to the skin, and also like it brings back the life in your skin and it really just kind of seals off your face. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It makes it look so smooth and finished. It gives it that finished look. The one that I really love more recently that I talked about a lot is the Fresh Vitamin Nectar, the Antioxidant Glow Water. So this has vitamin A and a fruit complex in there. It smells really good. It smells very nectary. It has an ultra light fine mist, so it's not as watery feeling as Fix Plus, which I really like. So it just kind of, it's like a light little cloud on your face. It just leaves your skin looking very healthy, hydrated, never too shiny or overly dewy. And that's what I like about this one. It's just a soft glow, soft little glow water mist. I feel like the perfect complement to a fresh, glowy skin look or complexion look is just a beautiful, glossy, glowy lip. I love this gloss. This is the Tarte Busy Gal Gloss in the shade Work Wife. It is the lightest baby pink and it's a sheer formula, and there's something about this really sticks on exactly where you put it. It's not one of those super glossy glosses that kind of slide around and liquefy and just dissipate and go everywhere. It really stays. I feel like I just wanted to get closer to you. But yeah, this one is just so gorgeous. It's like the reflectiveness of this and the hint of color that you get with it just can't be beat. I keep this in my everyday makeup bag. I use this one all the time. It's so pretty. That is it for this video. I hope this helped you out and gave you a nice little selection of different types of glow products to choose from. And I am excited to try some new ones for this coming season. I'm just waiting on my Sephora order. Very patiently, of course. But I love you guys. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you very soon in my next one. Bye.